They finally put the ball into the end zone in the red zone. Took them a while. They didn't do it in the first half. But you could see what they were trying to do. Like, on a short week, what do you think the 49ers adjustment in the red zone was? Because I have a very definite opinion on what they're trying to do differently down there. It revolves around one person, and it kind of pisses me off.
Well, I see that Debo is getting a lot of targets in the red zone. Also, I'm starting to notice that I think Kyle doesn't, I don't want to say he doesn't trust. Trust is the wrong word, but I don't know what word I'm looking for, but he just doesn't use the offensive line. Traditionally, like if you're on the, we went 5 wide on the 7-yard line. Like, what are we're empty? I don't understand that. I don't understand, like, where is the segment of our offense where we know what they're going to do? The entire building knows what they're going to do. The defense knows what they're going to do. But you know what? They're going to call it anyway. They're just going to run the ball, right? We're going to get in the eye and we're going to run it. And then once you show strength, right? Once you show strength in your first 2 downs, then come off with screens or what you want to do with George Kittle, or, I just feel like the creativity is lacking because we're trying to be too creative, right? I don't understand why Brock is, it's just, I feel like we're getting paralysis by analysis. There's way too many options. It's not simple.
Well, I don't see a lot of creativity down there, but I do feel like Kyle Shanahan's starting to figure out the options that he wants, and it's clear that Kittle is his go-to guy down there. And I just think it's funny that it took – did Kittle turn 31 this week? It took until Kittle was 31 and for Kyle to be like, I should throw him the ball in the end zone, like every game. Yeah, you really should. And then the other one, use check. They actually finally found a role. It took me naming him Tang for Kyle Shanahan to actually find a role in the offense for use check beyond going in motion. And it's the red zone. He got the screen that he lost yards on. And then he scored a touchdown on a fullback dive, which is like, yeah, you'd think a fullback dive would be a good call for the most expensive fullback in the league. Sometimes it worked. I liked it. So maybe that's a way to actually like get him to earn his contract. Giving him the ball, he could score some touchdowns. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I called that play. I went back and watched it today. I said, man, run a dive. Like, run a fullback dive. Just do it.
Why not? You have the best fullback.
But we don't.
He's a certified weapon.
I don't know. Saying that we have the best fullback in the league is saying that you have like the world's best, mouse. Yeah, like I have like an amazing mouse. I mean, it's just so good. It's fast.
Oh my God. Bluetooth?
Like, dude, it's got
ergonomical,
programmable buttons. Like you can't beat this mouse. It's like, bro, but you paid $200 for a mouse. I can't put enough emphasis on how much money that they pay him. So they're gonna have to start using him in more ways.
Right. He was double clicking it left and right.
Oh my God. Your list is DPI per second, dots per inch. Like, it's crazy, bro. He was zipping all over the screen, right? So look, I will say that being able to utilize Juice more in the passing game, particularly the run game, is something that I would not be mad at. They, like I said, everybody down to the water boy had to do their job to win this game. That's how every week has to look. Like, they put themselves in a position where effort is now the number one priority. That's it.
I agree. I just want to point out that the Niners really thought they could get away with paying $5.5 million a year for a fullback, playing 50% of the snaps, 60% of the snaps, and never give him the ball. They thought they could get away with that. You could say it was professional or not. I shamed them. And now all of a sudden, he's getting the ball. That's 4D chess. That is the definition of 4D chess, because there is no bigger Kyle Juszczyk fan than me. I've always believed in him.
You're playing the long game.
I'm playing the long game. All of a sudden, he's scoring touchdowns. Oh, he's getting the ball. Like, yeah. That's how you tell Kyle Shanahan, how do you get Kyle Juszczyk the ball? Reverse psychology. Bench him. It worked. I am so good at my job. I just want to toot my own horn, pat myself in the back. Like, I did this. Kyle, you're welcome. Reverse psychology. It worked.
Bench him, bro. Bench him. I think we need to bench Kyle Juszczyk.
Yeah.
Then unleash him on Dallas.
All right,
He'll
hold
be
on. Let's take a super chat.
unhinged.
I'm taking full credit for that. Ezio Sanchez says, Coach, play fullback. Grant replaced Mason at running back. How about no?
My playing days are
How
over,
about
dog.
no? This was my football career. A bunch of my friends signed up for freshman football. I have a fear of missing out. FOMO. Go to my parents. Hey, I want to play freshman football. They're like, how about no? I'm like, too bad. Hey, guys, my parents wouldn't let me play football. I really wanted to play. I put up a fight, man. I was like, but what? And they were like, no. And I was like, man, it's too bad. So I couldn't play football. My parents wouldn't let me. I didn't fight back.
They
I
just
wanna
didn't
play.
let you play?
They're like, no. I was like, okay. It's like almost like I wanted them to say no.
You did want them to say no. You ain't
Are you
fooling
kidding?
nobody. You for sure
Hell
wanted
no.
them to say no.
Do I seem like I have contact courage?
Contact courage? No. There's nothing about you that says contact courage.
No.
Nah.
I played soccer
As a matter of fact,
and baseball.
I feel like you would be the guy to have a conversation after you got hit. Now, was that necessary? Wait a minute.
Wait, that was unnecessary. Flagrant.
I wasn't ready. Where's the flag for not being ready? I wasn't ready. You got a flag for starting too fast. Do you have a flag for not being ready? Because I wasn't ready.
Yeah,
I
would be making those arguments. Ethan says, I learned Kyle will still pass the ball up 10 plus points. In his defense, Jordan Mason was out, but he was doing that. Little Lord Stewie says, Grant, you looked exhausted and tired. You look exhausted and tired. Thanks. What's the thing we need to prepare for round 4 against the Chiefs? Lost once the regular season and lost 2 Super Bowls. What are planned for the Niners this coming Sunday? Damn.
That's the question of the day.
Well, every time they play the Chiefs, they lose primarily, in my opinion, because Chris Jones is incredible and they can't block him. So maybe Pooney changes something. Maybe Pooney's a X factor in this game. I don't know.
I mean, you look, man, it's surprising what good offensive linemen can do. I'm telling you, for some reason, everybody can run the ball now, right? You think that Brock is leading the league. What's this stat that like it's the gotcha stat this year? Brock is leading the league in like holding the ball for like 3.3 seconds a play or something.
Yeah,
that's the new gotcha
longest
stat.
time to throw.
Longest time to throw, right? How do you think we do that? Do you think we do that without Dominic Pooney?
Correct. And I feel like one of the reasons that Brock had his best game statistically in like 10, 11 months is because he started throwing the ball to the running back again, man. Like coming into the game, the Niners were, I think, 31st in the league in running back receptions.
Mm-hmm.
Can't happen. You all embrace your inner dink and dunk, or embrace your inner check down merchant, because Patrick Mahomes does. He does. Silky Smooth Smithers says Grant got both Kyles on him. Living legend. Pause. Sean Shepard says, sorry for this comments, Grant. Like, Juice, I was wrong. What are you talking about? I think it's been Coach outside my locker. Oh, my God. We looked faster on D last night. Be blessed. Coach. Caught.
It was me.
HR says, I keep hearing Grant loves it when the Niners lose, but there are 900 plus in here the morning after a win, 40 chess. I'm looking at 1986 right now. That's how many we got.
We're looking good, boy.
Looking good, boy. Corey Wiggs says, Grant, why are you hanging on the DK? Why are you hanging on the DK callback TD as a data point that could have swung the game? But don't discuss if we got that fumble at the 10-yard line. Maybe that DK play never happens. True. I'm not saying like, hey, the Niners beat the Seahawks, but really the Seahawks are better than the Niners. Like, no. The Niners are for sure better than the Seahawks. It's just kind of alarming that game was that close with that much time left. And the only reason it didn't, that play didn't count was because of something stupid Seattle did, which is they do stupid stuff. Now, that fumble on the punt return, dude, that's scandalous. The NFL can't, dude, you can't have that. That's what review is for. They look at you didn't. I don't get it.
You know what kills me about that
is
they don't even know how to be nosy the right way. How the hell you gonna be all in the business but not see the play? Like, it's like where you get this play from New York. New York's chiming in. It's like, oh wow, they're in New York. That's across the country. Like, you know what I mean? Like, man, they really want to review this play. This is some.
It's the biggest city. It's the biggest city in America. I mean,
if you can't make it there,
Manhattan.
I heard you
Was
can't
it from
make
Manhattan?
it anywhere.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and it's like, we didn't have the same quality of video that you had. They don't have OLED screens in New York. What are we talking about?
I got a conspiracy theory. So let's go back to that play. They originally called a flag on the 40 on Chris Conley for running into the
For
punt
running
return.
into the punter.
So
Yeah.
like he fumbles, but he got hit by Chris Conley. So they're prepared to throw a flag on the Niners. Then they look at it like, we can't call that flag because Chris Conley technically got blocked into
pushed
him.
into
So
him.
I don't think that the refs wanted to reward the Niners on that play. I think they looked at it as like,
because you know why?
It's a borderline penalty on Chris Conley, and now it's going to end up being like a turnover because we're not calling this. It's like, let's just have it be like a no call and like no penalty and no turnover, which is like, I can see why they would want to do that, but like, you got to have one or the other. You can't like do this option C thing because there's video evidence and you're going to look really bad, which is what the whole league looks bad because of that. But I think that's what happened.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't want to talk out of school, but there is something that I do remember hearing about refs being graded on a game by game basis. And, you know, the ultimate thing for refs is they want their crew to go to the playoffs, right?
Yep.
Their crew goes to the playoffs. That means that their money almost is like almost 10x's. Their money goes huge. They all get big payoffs. It's something that refs want to do. And the reason why the reason why they make it to the playoffs as a crew is they have the lowest amount of flags reversed or challenged throughout the season. So you see that there is a little bit of gamesmanship with officiating crews because they don't want to get it wrong. And you do see a little bit of, hey, everybody kind of sweeps something under the rug if they understand like, hey, we kind of got this one wrong. Let's move on. Let's push forward. And the last thing we want to do is reverse a call on top of getting it wrong. This is a really big blunder on us. So,
but if you want to like coach in the officiate in the playoffs, messing up a video review probably doesn't bode well. Corey Wiggs, thank you. Meaty McMeatface says we still don't blitz enough. Kirk Herbstreit made that comment several times during the broadcast. Geno had way too much time. Mahomes will kill us. I'm still upset with Geno. God, I don't like that guy.